correct? Yes, say number two. Excellent, so please give a massive warm round of applause, please, for Miss Phoebe Toal!
Phoebe, not Fifi, as my grandmother thought it was. She thought I was named after a dog. But actually I was just named after the Cookiest Friends character. So. But actually I'm a little bit older than that. I've just turned 34 this year. I'm very excited. Thank you very much. It means I have finally outlived Jesus. And there's no Roman armies coming after me. I'm not dying for anybody's sins, so that's all good. So I'm 34 and I am single and I have no kids. And sometimes people make the mistake of asking me, Phoebe, you must have a little one. You must have a little kid, a little baby that came out of your uterus, don't you? And I say to them, how dare you? Are you implying that I look tired? Because I might have bags under my eyes, but that's only because I was coked up last night, okay? Which isn't even true. I was just working on spreadsheets until 3 a.m. because that's my life. But I don't mind being single, actually. The only thing I mind about being single is when you go out to eat by yourself, especially if you're traveling by yourself. Because it's totally fine to go out to eat by yourself, say, at McDonald's, if you're in a hurry to eat, or maybe you're in some kind of terrible shame spiral, and that's fine. No judgment, you know? But when I'm away by myself, I like to go to a fancy place. So it gets a little bit awkward, because I go up to the waiter and I want the waiter to think that I'm a nice person. Just because I'm on my own does not mean that I am a freak. So I always go up to him and say, table for one, please. And he always goes, just one? And I'm like, do you see anybody else with me? So, sorry, my imaginary boyfriend couldn't make it tonight. He's too busy having dinner with his real girlfriend. I'm sorry. And it's not that bad, you know. They always put you in the back because they don't want to see your loneliness. And the waiters are very nice. They're very friendly. Maybe a little bit too friendly, if you know what I mean. Like I'm single, but I'm not that single. And the waitresses, not so much, you know. They always take away my dessert really quickly. And I feel like they're always whispering, spinster. I don't like that. But it's not like I don't date. I go on a lot of dates. I go on a lot of first dates, not a lot of second dates, because I'm very judgmental. And I'm on all the apps, all of them, and I've really found my niche there, which is the non-committal foreigner. And really, there was a spate there for about 2 weeks that I went on a date with a Portuguese guy, not you, but a Spanish guy, a French guy, a Canadian guy, an American guy, and at one point I was like, you know what, I really need to cut out the middleman here. I'll just set up a booth up at the airport. I was like, date a local here. You need go no further. You know, I always think that the worst dates are not the dates that something terrible happens, like they say something offensive or they do something offensive, because you always get a good story out of that. You can always call up your friend the next day and say, yeah, and then they did this. And then your friend is like, they did what? And you're like, yeah, and then he didn't even buy me a drink. That's not a bad date, right? I think the worst dates are the dates that are just meh. Like, the person shows up and they're just a bit meh, you know, like there's nothing wrong with them, they're just a bit nondescript, like you feel as though you might have facial recognition blindness because their features don't make any sense to you, and they're totally fine, they have a decent job, a really boring job, and their job is so boring that you keep forgetting what their job is. And you keep asking them, sorry, what is it you told me you do? What is it you do again? Oh yeah, you told me that. And that's your date for 2 hours. And so you just sit there and you're thinking, this person is perfectly nice, there's nothing wrong with them, but I feel nothing. I am an empty void. I am an empty shell of a human being. And because of this, I am going to die alone. And of course you're thinking all of this while having this expression on your face. You know what? I'll turn it around. I'm going going to have a drink. And you have another drink because that one didn't work. And then you have another drink because that one didn't work either. And then eventually when you wake up the next day, you realize that he's going to be calling his friend about you and saying, she did what? Yeah. And then she made me buy her a cocktail that was 15 euro and a round of shots. That's basically what happens. But I don't talk about sex that much. A lot of comics talk about sex. I was there at Amy Schumer there 2 weeks ago. Fantastic comic, and talked so much about sex. Talked about how freaky this sex was, how crazy this sex was, where her boyfriend was coming on her. And, at a certain point I just stopped laughing because I just felt really jealous. And I just thought, at least you're getting it. You might be getting it in your face, but at least you're getting it. Don't have, because this year is like, this is like ground zero. This is like closed for business due to lack of interest. This is like tumbleweed. But I don't have a very positive view on relationships. It's probably because of my parents. They're divorced. Do I not get any sympathy for that? Thank you. Jesus Christ. And, so they were together. Thank you. You need to keep it going. So they were together for like 26 years, and then as soon as that divorce referendum came in, that was it. They don't like being in the same room together. But and family gatherings are never that awkward with them because they just don't happen. That's fine. But they got married, get this, on April Fool's Day. Which makes me think maybe the whole thing was like an ironic experiment, yeah, we're getting married. Like maybe it was like our whole family is just the result of a practical joke. And then maybe my dad is going to show up on our mom's house one day and be like, psych! And that makes me really sad because it makes me think that maybe I'm the result of a practical joke that you've all had to put up with for the last couple of minutes. Thank you very much, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you, everybody. Do we all like Phoebe? Yeah? Second time performance. That's pretty good, though, wasn't it? Yeah. Fantastic. Folks, I didn't mention it earlier on, right? I'm actually moving to New York, right? Next Saturday, right? Okay. And fuck off! All right. Insincerity, sanctimonious bastards. Anyway, right? Okay. Listen.